Howdy freeze dryers, it's day 2 of my freeze drying challenge, and in case you missed it yesterday, I'm going 7 days in a row, 21 meals, eating only freeze dried food. And people always ask me if freeze dried food tastes normal. Today we're really gonna put that to the test because we have some really good breakfast, lunch, and dinner options. And for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, we're really gonna put that to the test today because breakfast is going to be a classic eggs and potatoes. Lunch will be everyone's favorite mac and cheese with some kiwis and strawberries that were freeze dried many years ago. And for dinner, we're gonna have enchiladas with sauce. And you'll notice a couple things on my eggs. One is that you can fit 20 eggs in this little tiny package. 2 is my proven recipe. 2 tablespoons of egg powder plus 2 tablespoons of water is the equivalent of 1 egg. This morning I'm gonna make an omelet out of these eggs. I'm gonna use 3 eggs. So I have 6 tablespoons of water. I'm gonna add 6 tablespoons of egg powder, and then you just beat it like you would a scrambled egg. And this is one of those meals that people are skeptical about. They wanna know if it tastes like it does before you freeze dry, or if it was not freeze dried, or if it just tastes like crappy emergency food. I'm gonna also add some greens powder, a little bit of fresh basil, and then we'll get some potatoes soaking. They will take a little bit longer. And if you've never done potatoes before, these are something that you want to blanch before you freeze dry, just so it's partially cooked. They will rehydrate a lot nicer. The finished product will also turn out a lot nicer. Potatoes can be tricky. I'm going to pan fry them this morning because it will go along with the eggs better, but if you were just gonna boil them, you could just throw them right into a pot because they will start to rehydrate as you're cooking them. All right, here go the green eggs. It makes it really easy to make an omelet if you have it in this blended form like this. The powder dissolves really fast and it makes a really smooth and creamy consistency. Add a little cheese on top. I like to add a splash of sriracha. Then you drain off your potatoes, cook those as you normally would. How's that for a campfire breakfast right there? This is one of those meals that people are skeptical about, but I can guarantee you that judging by the looks of this, there is no way that you could tell that that was freeze dried. You could easily be served that in the morning by your relatives or a restaurant, but the true test is how it tastes. And an egg omelet that's freeze dried tastes just like one that's not freeze dried. Potatoes are crunchy, crispy, skillet fried. Looks, texture, and flavor all present in this. Let's check out some lunch. Something to note, all of these recipes that we're rehydrating can be found at the freezedryingcookbook.com. These are all past recipes that we have done in prior videos over the course of the last 8+ years. So if you want some free recipes and an all-access pass to today's recipes and many, many others, make sure you check out the freezedryingcookbook.com. Lunchtime, mac and cheese. Homemade mac and cheese with real bits of hot dog. I've also made this where I put the powder in a separate pouch, just like Kraft mac and cheese. But this is just add water and heat. This is exactly the kind of meal that needs to live up to its expectations, because this is the kind of meal that will determine whether people think freeze-dried food is normal or if it's making some kind of sacrifice or a backup plan. I also think a lot of people would ask, why would you freeze dry mac and cheese? For me, it's about ingredients, being able to control the input of what goes into the food that I eat. You can always buy Kraft macaroni and cheese or one of the other knockoff brands of mac and cheese. But to me, homemade mac and cheese, it tastes way better and I can control what goes into it. And speaking of input, I would normally not put hot dogs in there because I would not want to eat hot dogs, but this was an experiment that I conducted a long time ago. I really wanted to see if hot dogs would even rehydrate, and you can see that they're a little funky. I would probably skip the hot dogs under normal circumstances, but the mac and cheese part is dead on. Super creamy and it rehydrated great. We also got some freeze-dried kiwis and strawberries for the side, and those are always a winner. For dinner, we have some 4-year-old sweet potato enchiladas, and these are in 2 packages because I separated the enchilada filling from the enchilada sauce. And this is gonna take a little bit more work because it's not just gonna be a matter of pouring water on and calling it good. Our sauce is in cubes made from dividers. And there's our filling. The filling will need to soak for a little bit to fully rehydrate, and our sauce is gonna need the same. If you want the exact recipe and rehydration portions for today's food and also any of our other videos on the freeze drying community, make sure you visit freezedryingcookbook.com, or you can purchase our hard copy freeze drying cookbook. I let my enchilada filling rehydrate for about 20 minutes because there is sweet potatoes in and they take a little bit longer than usual. My sauce rehydrated almost instantly, and then I'm just preparing the enchiladas as you normally would. Fill up tortillas, fold them over, cover them in sauce, and then put them in the oven. Wow, look at that. I can't believe that that's a freeze-dried meal. This turned out even better than I expected. The outside is crispy, just like you want it. The inside rehydrated perfectly. And now I've got dinner for the whole family. 3 great freeze-dried meals today, all of them rehydrated really well, and all of them taste exactly how you would want them to taste. This is not emergency food. This is freeze-dried food that rehydrates to be as good as non-freeze-dried food. And it's only day 2. Make sure you stick around for tomorrow's video, day 3. We've got some really great meals tomorrow as well. Hey, you! Are you unlocking your full potential as a freeze dryer? If you're not signed up for the freeze drying community email list, you're missing out on pro freeze drying tips and freeze dryer giveaways, the latest sales, inspirational people in the freeze drying community, as well as invaluable food storage recipes. And most important, unlocking your inner freeze drying guru. Click the first link in the description to get signed up.